Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your gameplay for what I consider to be the absolute worst vehicles that came from the Great War event. That's right, we have the Mk.V, we have the Panzer IV, and we also have the Garford, but in this instance, I'll just be using the Garford Boita because it is in the same lineup as the Panzer IV, so it makes it just a bit easier. And it's also the same thing as the standard Garford. Now that being said, there is a little bit of a difference here between the Panzer IV and also the Mk.IV, despite their very similar designs. Also, this is a little bit of a bug that's in game, thank you Gaijin. Now that being said, when it comes to this vehicle, the Mk.V does have a 5-degree better turret rotation speed, it has a 1 second better reloading rate, and it also has 2 tons more mass, 25 more horsepower, it goes around 1.6 kilometers per hour faster, and it also has 1 more crew member, which is pretty nice. It also has a slightly different armament. The Mk.IV has the Maxim Nordenfelt 57mm cannons, whereas it also has 3 7.72mm Lewis guns. The Mk.V has 4 8mm Hotchkisses and also 2 57mm 6-pounder OQF Hotchkiss Mark I. So a little bit different. I think personally the Panzer IV has a slightly better armament because once you look at this thing, it only has 16.5 grams of TNT equivalent and can only go through 37mm at most, whereas the Panzer IV can go through 40, which isn't all that much more, but it has 120 grams of TNT equivalent, which is much better. And personally, I'd rather have that, even though it does have a worse reload rate. Otherwise, again, we do have the Garford Boita, which is pretty much trash. This thing can only fire HE and shrapnel shells. Oddly enough, the HE does have slightly better armor pen, but it's still not very good. It's got terrible muzzle velocity. Overall, this is just not all that great of a vehicle, but we'll have to go and see. Now, to kind of spice this video up, again, I mean, these are the worst vehicles, in my opinion, from the Great War event. I'm just going to go ahead and throw these into arcade battles because why the hell not? I'll just play like one battle with each of them, and that'll be the video. Whether it's good gameplay or not, I don't know, but we're going to have ourselves a good time, so set your expectations a little differently for this one because I just don't know how good these things are going to be. In RB, they have not been good to me, so I don't really have much more of an expectation for AB. That being said, let's get into it. We have ourselves a Panzer III over there. A Tetrarch. Tetrarch would be an easier kill. So I'm going to go ahead and... Man, these people are just speeding up and slowing down all at will, which sucks. Panzer 35T should be an easy enough kill, hopefully. One of the big issues with this vehicle is going to be the fact that it has just awful, I mean, like, really terrible muzzle velocity. Of course, he gets my gunner, but we can fight through that. Okay, and here we go. We are back. We have ourselves no kill, but we will in a second. And there we go. There's our kill. Hopefully we can get ourselves a kill with this. Probably not, but we can hope, right? Okay, we have ourselves a gunner. I'm going to get killed by that Stridsvagen over there. This is totally fine, though. We have ourselves 3 kills, and then we also have that big exploding boy. He's going to kill me. Oh, no. It's like a nuke. Just seeing that thing just wafting through the air. That's it. I mean, that's pretty much how this gameplay is, right? Like, I only have 3 kills, but 1,300 points, which is crazy. So, of course, here we are with the Panzer Mk.IV. And this vehicle, I suspect, is going to, well, it's going to have a slightly better amount of luck, I guess you could say, or better capability of actually destroying enemy tanks. Because it does have a better cannon, and the shells are a bit better as well. Like right here, for example. Not too bad. And then hopefully we can get ourselves a kill. Okay, we're not too bad. So, I mean, this has the same cannon as what you find on the A7V, which I had a lot of success with. The Mk.V, not so much. I mean, quite honestly, it took me a long time to get that gameplay together. Of just even that one match, just because it's atrocious. How bad of a vehicle it really is. So we're gonna probably stick onto this right here, this gun. Let's see if we can shoot beyond that. Probably not. Okay, I don't feel like dying here, so I'm gonna move. Anytime I see a French tank, pretty much I just avoid them. They are way too well armored for me. I might be able to take out this Panzer-III. Yep, there we go. I mean, really, that's all it is, right? I mean, it's just not a very big increase in armor pen, but it's enough. And it's also an easier gun to shoot because it does have better better muzzle velocity. It's around 15 to 20% better than what you find on the Mark IV or Mark V's guns, rather. So, got kind of close. Can't be too upset, but this thing is even slower than the Mark V, with only like a 7 km/h top speed in AB, which is just horrific. I mean, it's really just not good. Oh, look at that! He just stopped right on a dime, which is exactly how we don't want him to stop. Probably, you know, the guy's probably there in the back. I'm gonna go fire on this guy here. Move up a little. I really don't feel like dying right yet, so we're just gonna hopefully be able to mask ourselves a little bit. I don't really care so much if that whatchamacallit, the LVT, survives. But like I said, I'm not gonna be able to actually get any sort of reasonable hits off on that type of vehicle, the H-39s. Not gonna happen. I just don't have nearly enough armor pen for that. So we're gonna hopefully be able to hide here and make a day of it. However, ooh, got kind of lucky there. Did some damage. We're gonna back up. Our reverse speed's like 1. Like literally, I think it's like 1 km/h, which is just horrific. An M2 right there. That actually might be enough to defeat me. Nope, it's not. Got actually kind of lucky there, I'll admit. But like I said, I mean, the whole thing with this vehicle in particular, it's just awful. But despite the fact that it is an older variant, you know, being the Mark IV, not the Mark V, it does have better armament. And that's largely by way of the fact that it has the German shells, the GRMPs, which are not bad for this BR. Relatively speaking. I mean, they could be better, but thankfully they're not quite the worst. But we're going to probably have to respawn in, because this is just not going to work out, I don't think. Hopefully we can get this Panzer 35T, however, before I die. Ah, finally! Finally, we have ourselves the kill. Didn't really amount to much, but we have ourselves the kill, and that's what matters, right? So what do we have right now? 4 kills! Oh, and I was able to get the commander on that H-39? Oh my goodness, it's like a miracle here. Oh my great googly moogly. You know, no matter what happens here, I'm proud of my tank right now. Did a good job. Good job, boy. But, yeah, this thing just sucks. It sucks so bad. Oh my goodness. Hopefully we can back up before this H-39 gets a piece of me. Probably not. Okay. Whoops. Anyways, like I said, 4 kills, 1 assist, and I have 2,100 points. You know why? That's because this thing takes a lot of hits, and it does a lot of hits, but it's not really all that good. So that said, we're just going to get into one final match here with the Garford Boita, or the Garford Boita. Like I said, I'm not expecting much from this gameplay. I'm sorry if I'm not getting a lot of kills. It's probably more commentary heavy than you guys might want, but yeah, that said, let's get into it. So here we are with the Garford Boita. Of course, this is just basically the standard Garford. It has nothing different except for the paint job and, of course, the fact that it says Boita. And this is a vehicle that can't shoot forward. I mean, it can shoot kind of forward, like forward enough where, you know, it's not necessarily going to stop you, but yeah, it sucks. It sucks, and also it has, like, no armor, so this thing is just a very easy-to-kill vehicle. I mean, it is an armored car, after all. It's the Garford Putilov, if I'm not mistaken, is what it was called. It was an armored car from World War I. Okay, this might be an ideal situation here. I'm going to go ahead and turn. We have a bunch of enemies right over here. Panzer 3B. I might not be able to shoot through that, but, ooh, Saint-Chamond. Got the track, and if I can go ahead and... Whoa, that tank is flying, that M8. We have Ho-Ro, Got 2 kills in a hurry. I hate myself. Any hoodles, I don't actually hate myself. But, that said, we're going to keep on moving on here. We're not doing too poorly. This thing is incredibly slow, of course. But, it could be worse. I mean, it could be worse. It could be the Mk.V, could be the Mk.IV, both of which are just atrociously slow. So at least we have that not working too much against us. Oh, we have ourselves a hit versus that L8, or L3 rather, and a kill. Can we get a kill versus the T-26? Oh, buddy, we can! And we also have a Panzer IIIB. Can we hit him? No, I guess not. Maybe not. Maybe that's a bridge too far, so to speak. But we're not doing too poorly. I'm just gonna... Ooh. Okay. We're not doing all too poorly here. We're doing okay, but the biggest issue with this vehicle is just going to be its really, like, not versatile shells. They are just not very good at all. I mean, they could be worse, I suppose, but realistically speaking, like, they just don't really do all that much. But I am getting some kills here, so, I mean, there's that at least. I think we're going to die. But this is, there are worse vehicles out there than the Garford, and it really just has to do with the fact that this thing has a very good explosive filler equivalent. But not bad, actually, for the Garford Boita. 6 kills in 6 minutes of gameplay, and it goes 20 kilometers per hour. Oh, look at that. We also have ourselves a nice little artillery kill. We're going to have some enemies coming out over here. Not entirely sure if they're going to go this way or to the right. But, oh, there we have them. I'm going to probably die to this guy once again, but it's okay. You know what? This thing, the Garford Boita sucks. Sure. But you know what? It's still better. Like, surprisingly better than the Mk.V and the Mk.IV. And, you know, even though it's not as good as the Saint-Chamond, for the most part, if you use it as an SPG and the A7V, the Garford isn't all that bad for arcade battles, at least. But with that said, thanks for watching. Again, I know this probably was a slog to get through this gameplay video. It is what it is. You know, it's just, I try to make, you know, if it's not going to be entertaining, like if it's not going to be a lot of matches or like a lot of kills necessarily, kind of like what this one was, I want you guys to at least see how bad the vehicles were, you know. So that said, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.